So this is what I'm working on today. This is a Yamaha 25 two-stroke. I picked this up. First thing when I noticed was these air mixture screws right here. One of them was broken in half, and the other one, which I already removed both of them, had a random. There wasn't even the right the air mixture screw, so I had to order them from Yamaha. Those are the springs. And here are the new ones. These will break really easily if you're cleaning the carburetor and you put pressure on one side. There's a breaking point right there in the middle, and it just these new air mixture screws, they suck because they break really easily. But that's what I'm doing today, and I'm gonna install them on the carburetors. But I'm gonna take the carburetors off and clean them just to make sure everything is all clean in the carburetors. So I'm gonna do that right now. So here is the engine so far. I took the pull starter off and I had to pull the airbox and the carburetors off. Here are the carburetors, and I recommend if you broke one of your jets, I mean the mixture screw. Where is it at? So they go in here. If you broke them, I recommend taking off the carbs, then setting the adjustment. So here I took off the, looking at the top carburetor first. The jets are a little bit clogged up, but not too much. There is some stuff in there that's gonna affect the performance, but it's wasn't too bad. There's some stuff in here, as you can see. That stuff will block your jets, make your motor run like crap. Just small stuff. But I'm gonna clean this one out, and I'm gonna move on to the next one, and then I'm gonna start installing the air mixture screws. So here I'm working on the bottom carburetor. I cleaned the ball. There was pretty much the same amount of stuff in it as this one. I'm just going over it, making sure everything works, the gaskets are good, the float works, and the jets are all cleaned out. And so that's what I'm doing so far. So here are the carburetors. I'm installing the air mixture screw. Before if you guys are doing this, here I screwed in one of them. That's as far as it could go, and as you could see, there is some threads left. So what I'm trying to say is, do not screw it more than this, because if you do, right in the middle, that's the breaking point, and it's gonna snap right there. So this is as far as it could go. It looks like almost 2 to 3 threads left. As you can see, it won't go anymore. So when you put the air mixture screw, you wanna just leave a little bit of those threads, about 3, because if you go anymore, if I keep on turning it, it's gonna snap at the breaking point. But anyways, you want to get it all the way in, and if you take your hood, and if you look under here, it's gonna tell you the adjustments on it. So we're gonna it's 2 plus or minus 3/4, and that's you're gonna set that for both of the carburetors. So if you guys are wondering how am I marking my turns, I have a permanent marker, and I just put a dot on top of here, as you can see. And the way I do this is I'm gonna do a full 360 turn is 1 turn out. So we're a half turn out. That's 1 turn. 2 turns. I'm at 2.5. It's gonna be around 2.5 turns out. On the hood it says 3/4, so 2.75 turns out. but I'm just gonna leave it at 2.5 because you're not always gonna screw in the jet all the way. So I leave it a quarter off because the spring's here and it's really hard to get it all the way zeroed out on the pilot jet. So 2.5 turns out is fine, and this is what it looks like. Be careful when installing the carburetors or when they're laying like this, because this is how they snap. If this falls right here, it's gonna break really easily. They're really fragile, so just be careful. So here, put everything back together. Carburetors. I'm just gonna put this on the motor, connect the fuel lines and the linkages, and I'm gonna fire it up and see what happens. So this is what it looks like. Everything's installed. They're in there, good, all adjusted, and I'm gonna fire up the engine soon. So here's the engine. I installed everything, and we're gonna fire it up and see how it runs and how it idles.